What's up, Wompsters? It's Marissa Wompler.
And Charlotte Listler.
For fans of the Who Charted podcast, Howard Kramer, engineer, starred, and producer Young Kevin, brings an extra chart for Stitcher Premium listeners.
Listen to Howard discuss old music with new stories like Mole Man updates, summer tips, and much more only on the Preem stream.
Listen to new weekly episodes of Who Charted Preem stream, out now on Stitcher Premium.
For a free month of Stitcher Premium, go to stitcherpremium.com/charted and use promo code WOMP, W-O-M-P.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Gutters, are you listening? Guess what? I don't give a fuck, because I whop it.
No, this will not begin about a man. Do you understand me? Today is about you and your success that you had this week at the garbage can run. Let's try it again, and I want you to go beat by beat with your successes on that field. Ready?
Oh, yeah. A woman needs a man like a fish needs a Digiorno pizza. I gotta wow, these jams.
So that is appropriate because a Digiorno pizza doesn't need a fish at all.
Unless it needs anchovies.
What the fuck are you eating on my podcast? A king-size Snickers?
It satisfies. It's delicious.
Hey, you've been eating a king-size Snickers and a peach Snapple every night for dinner.
And you know what that is?
It's not working. You're passing out at 7:30 and leaving me with Costawe all alone to put her down to...
It is fast-tracking my weight loss. I'm trying to slim down a little bit. It creates an Olestra-like effect on my body that just flushes out all the fecal toxins or the feces themselves. It really comes out in a
diuretic.
Yeah, it's a huge diuretic. So it comes out in a big
You can't even
sloughing
speak
wash
because
from my
nougat
body.
is literally sealing your mouth shut. I'm looking over at you and I'm thinking, this is why I have man issues.
Well, because I eat Snickers bars?
Because you are not setting a good example.
Maybe that should come from your mom.
Yeah, because
who is in absentia.
Well, I'm not your father, so
exactly.
I'm not the
And when
one to
did
look
Seth
to.
come into your life?
When I was 11.
Okay.
Right. That's a tough age for both of us to condemn.
Yep. How old were you?
Oh, God. Let me see. I was 49.
Wait.
No.
So that makes me...
No, you can't backtrack like that. It's not going to work.
67.
No.
That
makes you 67?
Yeah,
No,
but I
makes
knew
you
that wasn't
67.
right. That
That's
didn't
not
feel right.
'cause that would make me like in
I am
my
definitely
hundreds.
less than. We were doing greater than, less than. Listler had me eat out a Digiorno pizza.
Hey.
Oh, hold on a second. Eat it out.
A Digiorno pizza in the
You cannot lead with eat out and then take
of
a big
less
pause.
than and greater than.
Absolutely not.
I don't understand. Wait, did you sexualize a pizza for her?
No,
Let's
I
do it
ate
again,
out
okay?
a
I know,
hole
but if
in
you
it.
eat out, I know, but eating out implies a cunnilingus.
You eat out at a dinner.
Go
Pop the
to
jam,
eat
pop
out.
it up on the
But you don't
garbage
eat it
jam.
out.
While you're doing
Are you guys doing the intro?
because
I'm
you
sorry,
can
I'm
do
messing
it.
this up. I
Thighs
should be
are
quiet.
stronger. So
I'm
are
just
your
gonna-
biceps and
I'll
your
be quiet.
brain.
And
this
so
is what a
is
woman
your
needs
heart.
to strengthen all the things that make her a woman.
I want to womp your jams. You can suck my dong right now, then bite it. I don't care about you. I'm too busy living my hashtag authentic life. Authentic life.
All right. Well, here's it.
Authentic.
I know you're in the zone. Can I just say something?
I like that.
I did like it, but here's the thing, sweetheart.
okay.
You said you have to suck my dong. Right?
Yes.
Implying that you have a penis. If you have an
That's
issue,
right.
if you have an issue with the male, situation, why would you appropriate the
Because
thing
I'm
that is
taking it back. If penises
But it
equal
was never yours to
power,
begin
if
yours.
penises equal power in this society, I am taking it back. I am strapping it on. I am telling people to suck on it, and that no. The image I had was Gutters sucking his own dong and then biting it off.
I like that we have a relationship with it. This is a pretty casual conversation.
I see you slowly unwrapping this Snickers.
There's
if
two
you
bites
put it
left.
in your mouth.
There's 2 bites left. It's
You
going to
have
get
to tell
soft.
everybody what they're listening to anyway, so that's a good time for you to take this bite.
Oh, okay.
This
You're
soft
welcome.
nougat bite.
You want to do it. All right.
Yeah.
It'd be great if Snickers.
Marissa. Marissa, go ahead and tell everyone what they're
Not on
listening to.
this. Not over this.
I'll back away from the mic.
This would be a good sponsor, though, if Snickers wants in on this.
Well, Snickers does satisfy. And to
I've
be
been doing some
honest,
Snickers ASMR
before
on YouTube.
before we started, I thought you were one of the cast of Cheers sitting over there, and then you ate half that Snickers, and I saw it was you.
Which one? Which cast member?
I don't know their name.
The one that does Ratzenberg? He does a lot of VO.
Is he the one, the mailman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ratzenberg.
Yeah.
He does a tremendous Ice Age.
Oh.
He's always popping
powerhouse
up.
of
Castaway
Toy
loves
Story?
Ice
Lower.
Age.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toy Story. Anyway, what you're listening to is a podcast called Womp It Up. Trigger warning if you don't like nougat or people chewing it into a microphone. My name is Marissa Wompler. I'm not quite sure how old I am, but I am in my senior year for the 9th time or something like that at Marina Del Rey Public High School, and this is my senior project. I am part of the Spaz Academy, Stars
right.
Academy, a.k.a. Spaz Academy,
The
led
Stars program.
Program. It's not a school. It's just a program.
It's
within
just
the
a
school.
program, pilot
Yep.
program.
Within the school. It's not a pilot anymore. We've done it over and over, year after year.
That's
Did you
right.
get funding for it, or was it a?
Yeah, we're funded. We're fully funded, crowdsourced through Kickstarter.
Oh, so it's not.
So are you technically an employee of Marina Del Rey Public High School?
Yeah,
Because God knows I'm not getting credit because that's why I didn't
No.
graduate.
Well, I started coaching the drum line.
Oh, and then so you're not enrolled as a teacher. Is that why none of my tests are being like?
What do you mean enrolled?
I mean, you're not on their pay books as a
hired,
teacher.
sweetheart.
Hired.
I do get paid and I do get health insurance, so I think that makes me part of the fold.
So why when we looked at when I was so upset because you threw that big graduation party for me,
Yeah.
that pool party,
Huge
and
waste of money.
and we had a taco truck
We
and
had
all
a
this
taco
stuff.
truck. We had a taco
was
bouncy
delicious.
castle.
That's right.
With a lot of taco themed things.
Taco themed things and
Al Pastor.
and when I went to the administration, they said we have no record of you even being enrolled in this school.
Interesting.
Why was that?
I don't know, but maybe your
That might
dad
have been
didn't
on
enroll
me.
you.
That might have been on me. I do remember there.
Maybe that might have been on me.
Well, it was a tricky time with Diane and I. We were trying to figure out, just some.
Who's in charge of the parenting or?
Well, this was pre-Castaway, so
Right.
So I came in, say, hey, I'm the stepfather. I'm not doing shit with this kid, just because I didn't want it.
Castaway is 2.5 years old, so or almost 3. So for 3 years, I haven't been enrolled in school at all.
Oh, I think it's prior to that, sweetheart. Honestly, because this is.
Am I enrolled now?
I don't know.
Well,
how
we
to
better
look-
fill out the forms.
I don't have the password. They put everything online.
Yeah.
They give you a
Make it
password.
so
You
difficult
lose
for
the
you to-
password.
yeah,
I come up with my
yeah.
normal one, which was Healthy Toes or Happy Toes, because I used to be.
Well, now everybody knows
That's
what your
his normal
password
one,
is.
but then you use a different one for
Yeah, I'm
yours.
also not telling you which ones are capitalized. how
Or
I'm
which
spell-
ones are numbers or?
Whether I do it in a
I'll
fun
tell you
way,
what
toes with a
emojis.
Z, maybe?
I tell you what you do remember is the passwords to all of your paid porn sites because I've been doing the bills
Yep.
and we're supposed to be paying $29.99 to Spectrum and instead our bill is like $243.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna. That's an easy one to remember. Goosh cannon. Okay, that's
What's
my
a
password.
goosh?
What's a goosh? Goosh. That's the sound. That's the amplified sound of
Oh my God,
Of
that's
your ejaculate?
disgusting.
of my ejaculate. Yeah,
How do you spell it?
Goosh. Goosh.
Oh, goosh.
I thought there was an E on the end of it.
You thought goosh?
That's disgusting.
Gouche? No,
That's
it's not.
fucking
no.
disgusting.
No, the
Got
human
it.
body is pretty.
I was
amazing
spelling
to
it
me.
like douche with a G because of the sass.
Oh no, goosh, like goosh.
Okay.
I've never
I
heard
mean-
that.
Oh,
Never
you should
heard it.
Go
I'd
to
love for our
YouTube.
listeners. Nope, don't do that. I'd love for our listeners to
to-
tweet in. Have you ever heard goosh as a word for jizz? Because I don't believe anyone's
If
ever
you
heard
go to
that.
Pornhub, which is the big sort of like YouTube for
God.
porn, and you do goosh cannon,
Is that free now?
Why are you
Yes,
paying
it
for
is.
it? There's so much porn online.
I
you
want
don't
to
have to
support.
pay for it.
I want to support it. Like
The artists?
there are people who are just doing it for free, which I think is totally
But if you're
disrespectful.
doing it for free, I don't want to see your body.
If you wanted to be personalized
mean
or have a
shooting it for free?
conversation,
That's right.
then
I
you have
want
to pay for it.
Yeah.
If you want to what?
If you wanted to be personalized or have some sort of interaction with the girl or boy, then you have to pay extra.
Or
Okay.
there's a feature that I found that if you just want to pay to watch it, which is part of the erotic journey for me, is sort of like the service. Like it is like the computer is like a prostitute for me.
That's fucking weird.
And I'm glad. I mean, honestly, just so everyone knows, I'm Seth Wompler. I'm her.
This is my stepdad.
I'm gonna let it go that I wasn't introduced at the top. That I was just this floating voice.
I feel
You
like
introduced-
everyone knows who you are.
I never said who I
If you don't
was.
know who you are, Seth, then you're not listening to this podcast because
That
you
is
interrupt
such a
and
meta
ruin.
statement.
You
Such a
ruin
meta statement right there.
almost even the podcast
Ruin?
you're not on. Everyone feels your presence,
That
and
doesn't make any sense.
It's
It
like
doesn't, no.
having a succubus on my chest.
Hey,
I
you
feel
wanna-
the weight of you.
All right,
Should we
well, then I'll
dive
just sit
into
here. I'll
hot
just sit here
topics
then.
about why we have Seth as a guest today?
It's so frustrating.
We have Seth because no one else responded.
What do you mean?
Literally, we put feelers out to 14 different people and nobody could make it. And so at the last minute, I woke him up from one of his naps.
And by
Yeah.
feelers,
he
what
was
do you
fully
mean?
erect, and I said, "Can you take care of that and get in the car because we got to get to my podcast?"
Yeah.
Did you just wait it out, or
No, I said, let me.
Ew! Why are you? Oh my God!
What?
Why are you getting sexual with him?
You're
were
the one to
that
mention
brought
that.
it up.
Yeah.
I had a
said
hard
fact.
on.
I
That's-
described what happened. I didn't say what did you do
Sweetheart,
about it.
I-
Say it slowly.
I don't
I'm
think
saying
that
how
that's a-
long did it take him to get out to the car to drive
That's
you?
the least important detail in that. What was important is you woke me up from a nap. Of course, I'm
Yeah.
going to wake up with a rock hard
That-
goose cannon going
These
on
dreams,
right there.
these
Disgusting.
sweet, sweet dreams.
Oh my God! Why are you trying to find out if he's thinking about you and dreaming about
Why would
you?
I? That's not it.
Is that why
Yeah,
you're dressed
yeah.
like Stevie Nicks today?
I do like. I do. I have
Like
to
my
s-
outfit,
I
thank
really.
you.
I have to say
That's why you're dressed like with all the scarves.
I'm dressed
I wondered why
like
you
this.
had
More lace
all
on.
the scarves.
because my stash of clothes was stolen.
And what, you broke into Stevie Nicks's Malibu home and raided her closet?
I had to borrow from the woman who braids my hair.
Now,
okay,
what-
and
are you
this
still-
is how she dresses, like a lace
like
witch.
a warlock.
But when you say your stash of clothes, you're still keeping them underneath that bridge. Like you have like a ready bag
in my go
of just
bag.
fashion. Yeah.
Exactly.
Why are you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
going there to smell them or something? Why do you know that?
But you know what? Let me let you know. Let me let you know something about us. We have occasional conversations
Yep.
where you're not there.
On what?
true.
On
You know,
text?
if you happen to go to the bathroom during one of your stupid podcasts, we have a moment where we say, "What's going on? How
Yeah.
are you, a fellow
We check
adult?"
out
So you know what? Just back
connection.
off and let us have a fucking conversation without you freaking out about the detail of every fucking person in your life, Marissa. Jesus!
Well, that's a record. Is it a minute and 30 into this podcast? You fucking
Almost
lost your mind?
14
I
minutes
just
in.
had a sugar crash like I have never experienced. I am so sorry. That Snickers ran out fast.
Don't blame it on the fucking Snickers, man.
Here's another one.
You need anger management. You have problems.
I'm going to have another Snickers.
Can I talk about what's going on with me right now? Because I am.
I feel like that's all you've been
spinning.
doing. That's all you've been
I'm
doing.
spinning.
We can talk about that, but then I want to hear about the dream.
Yeah.
Okay?
What?
I want to hear about the
Oh
dream.
my God! Get your rocks off on your own time, not on my podcast.
Your podcast?
Is
What's
it-
the phrase? What's the phrase? Oh,
Guess
slap!
what?
Oh, slap! It's on!
What's the phrase? And then
Oh,
you found "oh slap." It's
that
not
it?
"oh slap."
Is
It's
that
"oh
it?
snap."
Oh, okay.
And no one says that anymore.
Oh, snap 'em! Snap it! It's on! This is
Snap
so-
what? That's
Snap
amazing.
them, snap it.
I
It's
don't-
on.
I just noticed. It's like the gloves are off. This is good. This is good radio.
You know, the
right.
only show he's watching on repeat besides his pay-per-view porn is Glow. What is it about Foxy boxing that gets you so riled up?
It's not boxing, sweetheart. It's wrestling. It's a very different. Boxing is just hands connecting with faces. Wrestling is bodies engaged in a
Mortal Kombat?
in a struggle of will.
Okay.
It can only be
I'm disgusted.
decided by one relenting to the other.
Okay.
Giving in to that
Anywho's,
force
can
of
I say
power.
Let's tap out. Let's tap out.
Oh, that's a good wrestling reference.
you're the one that's encouraging it. So can I just talk, please, before we get to Seth's dirty dream?
I was connected with Seth because he was talking about until one party relents.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you say when you're relenting sexually. You say, tap out,
Yeah.
tap out.
Wait,
or you
what?
have a safe word.
Yeah.
But my safe word is tap out, tap out.
Mine's fungi. Let's go fun guy.
Because you're a fun guy?
Yep.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Did you learn that in science that you're not enrolled in?
No, and I'm obviously, it's so interesting
you still going
that
to
you're
that
keeping
preschool?
me. No, they told me no.
After they figured it out.
Well, I failed all the aptitude tests that you have to be potty trained.
Yeah.
And I was holding it. So they called Seth a couple times. He had to bring a change of clothes.
And I said, like, for her to hold it, you were holding it at that point for 8 hours. I was like, that's pretty good potty training.
Yeah.
You
Exactly. But every so often you make a mistake. I'm not going to, heap shame on myself about that.
No, everybody.
With the amount of slushies I drink before 9 a.m., it's a wonder I made it till 3.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not there anymore.
What's going on with you?
Okay, so last night, Seth, did you hear crying downstairs around midnight?
Yeah, I might have. I didn't know what it was. I didn't care.
You didn't
maybe.
care.
No.
I ask only because you didn't come down.
No.
I was punching myself while I was crying. Did you hear that?
It's pretty common at this point, sweetheart, where sometimes I can't tell if it's just like you're just trying to sort of like get your pants on or if you're,
Well,
emotional.
at midnight, why would I be trying to get my pants on?
Maybe you were holding it for the past 12 hours and then you were sort of going to bed.
So what happened was Gutters has been texting me. Can we talk? I need to talk to you. Okay.
That's ironic because the texting is not talking.
Exactly. Thank you.
These kids.
Thank you. Right?
Wow, Seth.
Wow and thank you.
Parenting.
So I say, sure. When are you free? He says 7:30 p.m. I'll call you. Great. So
This was at midnight, so this would be the next.
This is 7:30 p.m.
Oh,
he
I see.
texted
You're
me that.
crying later.
He's been texting me for weeks about this. So finally I said, okay, I wait by the phone. He doesn't call. 8:30 doesn't call. I text him, what's up? Are we having this conversation? He doesn't call. He doesn't call.
Did
literally.
you get the time zones clear? Because he's not in this.
That's right. He's in
zone,
Greenpoint.
right?
3 hours.
So did he mean
ahead? 4:30 your time.
4:30 your time.
Wait, he's ahead?
He's 3 hours ahead. He's on the East Coast.
So I missed it.
Yeah, so you are the one who is.
Oh.
Ooh, go
Did
ahead.
he try to call you? You were calling him? What was the setup? Were you Skyping?
I don't know, but I didn't have
doing
my
a Zoom conference call?
phone on. I didn't have my phone on at 4:30. So he might have tried me. Well, I left some pretty nasty messages.
Oh boy.
Well,
I'm telling you.
you want to say anything now to him? Because we're here. We're live to tape.
I want to say I'm sorry for what I said about your penis.
What'd you say? Just because I can fill in the blank with a lot of different stuff.
You've
It's
also
too
said
bumpy.
so
It's-
many awful things about his penis in the past, about it being a mechanical pencil and
Yeah, I said that. I said that the one time you got close to putting it in me, you might as well have because I wouldn't have felt it.
That's a good one.
And
Burns.
kind of a weird burn.
And that Raven did the right thing by leaving you because you're gonna end up you're gonna die alone.
That's
That's
a
pretty
tough
aggressive.
one.
Face
That's a
you
tough
can't
one.
face the fact that you may possibly be wrong once in your life.
Now we're
you
moving
may
away from the penis.
have made
the
Yeah.
penis digs.
mistakes.
Yeah, now these are just
These aren't
personal.
penis
Yeah.
digs. These
So
are just
and if you want to
attacks
be with
on
me,
his character.
you better come and say you're sorry. But I know
Right.
you never will because you're a fucking coward.
Okay,
So what do you
so,
say to
yeah.
him now? Because you have the airwaves free.
Well, I don't know what he was calling about, so I kind of want to see what he was calling about before I take
I think
it back.
you might need to say sorry about
Yeah.
things that you said that were so hurtful.
This has been, if I could give some feedback on just what you've been saying, sweetheart.
And I just want you to remember before you
Yeah.
give me said feedback, because you
Uh-huh.
have that face like you're going
Right,
to tell me
right.
it was my fault.
Yeah.
Do you remember when I proposed to him in front of an entire audience in New York, and then
Yeah.
we took the L train to Williamsburg, and
Yeah.
then he ghosted me?
Yes. But I just
So
thought,
does that change what you're about to say? Let it in.
Well,
let it sink in.
to be fair, he lives in Greenpoint and we went to Williamsburg, so there are two different stops. So
also,
I don't
I
know
think
if
you were on a train that went above a
we
bridge,
went,
so I don't
we
think it
went
was
on the
L.
G thinking it was the L, so we went to the wrong.
Yeah.
We went to Queens, sweetheart.
And
so
there
I
was
don't think
service
he
on it,
ghosted
so you had to get off and get on the
Wait,
bus.
so again,
Yeah.
he's waiting at a different station?
Maybe. I mean, this sounds like it's got rom-com all over it as far as like a But back to what you said, sweetheart, every time you said, like, you should apologize to me, but you're such a fucking coward. I know you never will. You're not giving them a chance. Every time you ask for something, you shut them down. The same thing Diane does sexually to me a lot of times, which has turned into...
A lot of times she doesn't live with us. She lives in Orlando.
Well, no, she's working through some stuff. And
No, she bought a condo in Orlando.
How do you know that?
We got the bill of sale.
Yeah, but...
To your address in Marina Del Rey?
Yes, she had to. I mean, here's the thing we've got to deal with. There is a for sale sign outside of our condo. I'm fairly certain she's selling our place.
I thought that was our neighbors.
No, that's
right
on us.
That's Eva and Mark Chen.
No, the Chens are staying. What do you mean the Chens would leave?
Well, the Chens.
They have a successful.
Well, he got it. But
they got 7 walks going. They're not gonna give up that gravy train.
7 walks?
Yes.
The rest, the chain of restaurants?
Yes, that's the Chens.
But I
Well,
figured
they're moving
they
to
were,
Boston.
Yeah, I thought they were moving up like a bigger place in a condo if you got 7 walks going.
That is on our property. I think we have.
I'm gonna have to go down to City Hall and get the
Please do, because I want to know
map.
if we were going to be homeless soon.
Or you guys could just call Ronnie Trevin, the person who's selling the condo.
Yeah.
It's on the real estate sign.
Yeah, I guess so.
Could you deal with that because you're an adult?
I don't get into the whole idea of property.
This
All
is
that
why.
kind of stuff
This is
like
why
it's just
Diane
not
doesn't
anything.
come back, because you have to be a man. Deal with
Well,
it. I'm putting that on your to-do.
I'm being a man.
I'm putting it on
in
your
that
to-do list.
I'm
Call
letting-
Ronnie Trevin
Where's
and find out.
Costawe currently?
She's watching Daniel Tiger at home.
Yeah.
By herself?
No,
We have a dog.
we got a dog. We've got a Mastiff.
Guys.
Which are, in the
So-
olden days, they were used as nannies.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Mastiffs?
That's
Mastiffs,
right.
Yes, because they have a inherently nurturing
Protection instinct.
protection, and their coat.
Do you remember in
reminds people
Peter
of-
Pan? The parents
Nana?
go out and they left the kids with Nana, the dog.
Yeah, but those kids were 7, 8, 10, and 16 on the verge of being a woman.
Yeah, but there are more of them, so it's harder.
Yeah.
Like if there's just one, the Mastiff kid really knows where to just pick it up
I'm
and
pretty
put
sure
it.
she
and-
was a St. Bernard. She had that
Same-
thing around her neck.
Same thing. They're big dogs.
Tons of slobber, something
Yeah.
for the kid to play with.
I don't like this.
It's fine. But, what's important is that Diane is FaceTiming with Costawe more.
That's a big step.
Which is a big step.
She is FaceTiming. You've seen her face.
She's doing audio
see
FaceTime.
I don't see her face because when I try to get into the frame, she disconnects.
Yeah.
And so, but I've heard her from the other room, and I just
Wow.
try to get in and see how she's doing.
I'll be honest, like she's not in frame. She'll be in the other room.
That's
sort of
right, doing
talking to-
things.
Yeah, with her coach and stuff because she's having it's a relationship coach.
This is not her
live-in
coach, my friend.
live-in.
This is a
relationship
hairless
coach.
Puerto Rican man named Tony Rodriguez.
Are you sure it's not Tony Robbins?
No.
Okay, because he's in Florida and he's doing that same exact thing, basically.
I don't know if I would be so thrilled if she was having a live-in consultation with Tony Robbins.
That would be great.
That would
No,
be
it's
huge.
Tony Rodriguez. You can go to his Instagram and see what he's up to because he is tight. He's keeping it tight and also right.
Yeah, and she's,
Hairless.
She's shown up in the feed, which is good. And
Lots of times.
that she's getting a sense of what
She
her
looks
relation-
great. She looks
does.
better than ever.
Well,
to
she's
be
gotten her
honest.
tits done because we also got that bill.
Yeah, that
She
one I
got
don't
something called a mommy makeover.
mind. A Miami mommy makeover.
A Miami mommy makeover, which
I
is
did some
even better.
research just to make sure that they're not injecting like household glue into her boobs.
No,
because
they're not.
that happens.
They're not.
No, it's
They're
something
not. They
real.
look phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's what's going on with us.
All right. We're going to take a break and
in
we'll
summer,
be right
everything's
back.
great.
What is this?
I don't care, so call me crazy.
Is this a 3-year-old sing? What is this? Shit. Is this like high school musical?
Close. It's The Greatest Showman.
No! I hate this movie! Oh my god, turn it off. This movie makes me more sick than any movie ever. I had
Is this
food
the little
poisoning.
midget singing?
This
is that
is
little
not
midget singing
a
this
bit.
part?
Hey, we don't say midget.
What? A tiny one?
Food poisoning on a flight, and I watched this movie, and it made me so sick. It would have made me
Yeah.
sick normally, but
Where
this
did
really
you fly?
it's none of your business.
You're a salty piece of shit today.
To
We're
New
going to
York.
get right down to it.
I flew to New York.
When?
I saw Gutters
What?
last month.
I really got to check my credit card bill because these things are racking up and I'm not paying any attention to it.
We had sex on the roof of his loft.
Hold on a second.
None of this is true. We're going to
is
break.
true.
Is it true?
We're going to break.
How would you know his penis
I
is
can't
so
wait to
small?
hear what you think.
What a
Seth
slap! I just slapped him.
Oh,
Slap it.
Oh,
Slap on.
slap.
Get it. But please, I'm not joking about turning this off.
what do you mean?
I don't like it when children sing
right, is-
professionally.
I think this is the dwarf. Is that the right phrase?
No, that's a boy.
Are we going
That's
to break or
young,
not?
That's young Hugh Jackman. Here,
Ew.
let's jump into this one.
No. This is the one. The steps.
Oh, yeah.
The stomping.
Yeah, this-
And that bearded woman. I don't like this. Please, I feel sick.
This is me. Ho!
This is a good song.
Oh!
You know what this one is good for? If you are having a difficult time going to the bathroom,
That's what I was just
you
thinking.
crank this guy, and it really makes it flood out of you with like an empowered sense of like
Just drop that spike.
fecal. It's like a
Drop
fecal
it.
cheer coming out of you.
All right. We'll be back with more Womp It Up. What's up, Wompsters? Jessica St. Clair here.
And Lennon Parham.
RXBar, which is one of our new discoveries, believes in the power of transparency and lets the core ingredients do all the talking.
That's why they list their ingredients right on the front of the packaging.
They're the ones who use egg whites for protein,
Dates to bind.
nuts for texture,
And other delicious ingredients like unsweetened chocolate, real fruit, and spices like sea salt or cinnamon.
And if you have not tasted one of these bars, you must, because it straight up tastes like a candy bar, and there
delicious.
ain't nothing wrong with what's in these RX bars. It's true.
RX bars come in 14 delicious flavors like mango, pineapple, chocolate chip,
my
peanut
favorite.
butter, and other seasonal flavors.
RX bars are gluten-free, soy-free, and free of artificial flavors and preservatives, so you can feel good about eating them. They're great for a number of occasions.
Breakfast on the go,
A pre-workout snack.
or a 3 p.m. pick-me-up at the office.
RX Bar just debuted a new RX nut butter. I didn't know this.
Yep, each single-serve packet contains delicious creamy nut butter with 9 grams of high-quality protein and comes in 3 flavors: honey, cinnamon, peanut butter, and vanilla almond butter. I'm getting very hungry.
Yes, please, and thank you. It's squeezable and spreadable.
And it pairs great with fruit, rice cakes, pretzels, or straight out of the pouch.
For 25% off your first order, visit rxbar.com/WOMP, WOMP, and enter promo code WOMP, WOMP, at checkout. Woo! Welcome back. I bet they played this during Diane's My Mommy Makeover.
I don't know if they did. There's no way to. I guess I could ask her.
Whatever.
I mean-
she'll never return your calls. What's up? Welcome back to Womp It Up. My guest today, my stepfather, Seth Wompler.
Hi.
Nay, what was your original name?
My original name.
Yeah,
before I
the
took
name you
Wampler?
came in before you took my mother's name.
Winnin.
Winnin.
Seth Winnin.
Seth Winnin.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you're more of a Seth Wompler. It feels like this was your destiny.
Winnin.
3 N's?
Yep. It's maybe it's Nordic. Or,
Boring.
I mean,
Does anybody ever care about someone else's
Swedish.
heritage?
Yeah, there's a whole show about it.
Who
Yeah.
do you think you are?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, 23andMe does. They care about where you come from.
They're just
Yeah.
getting that shit to sell it.
I
That's
don't
true.
Ancestry.com.
Yep.
DNA test.
Guys, what is this? Drive time radio? This is some boring shit. Let's get to
Okay.
what's cheesing you.
Yeah,
fucking podcast,
let's not be
man.
adults and act like fucking children again. That's what's exciting for the radio listeners. God damn it.
This isn't radio, it's a podcast.
It's all the same.
Okay, so we'll do what's cheesing you. Obviously, we've been talking about things that bother us already,
That's all this has been.
but that's what we're going to do
What
right
are you doing now? Origami with your fucking Snickers
Don't worry
wrapper?
about me and my. I'm just.
Here's another
the wrapper.
Snickers.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're covered in chocolate.
What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What? Huh? What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you?
Looks like you have
What's
shit
cheesing
smeared
you?
all over your
What?
face.
What?
It's just
What's
food.
cheesing you?
I mean, if you.
by Snickers. I'm cheese by a Snickers. I'm cheese by a silly Snickers.
Yeah.
I'm cheese by a Snickers.
Oh man.
You know, I should be pissed off, but that was one of the greatest voices coming out of your mouth, Liz, I've ever heard.
No.
Thanks. I've been doing
surprising.
some voiceover classes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with a guy named Todd Lundgren.
Todd.
Oh, you mean the musician? The 70s prog rock musician?
Different guy.
70s and 80s?
It's a different guy.
Is a different guy.
All right. I was going to say you should do it with Ratzenberg. He's the king. Oh, he's the
Why
king
didn't I
of
think of
EM.
that?
Who's Ratzenberg?
Oh, my God. Do you remember anything that's happened?
No, she blacks out.
Okay. He's the guy from Cheers. She
Oh,
looked over-
Ratzenberg.
remember that?
Right. Ice Age. I don't even think he's in that.
Too many slushies.
So what's cheesing you, Marissa? You've already been talking about it. You want to
so
talk about
angry
something
about
else?
so many things.
All right, we'll talk to your dad. Seth, what's going on with you?
I feel really invalidated by that, but okay.
I'm a little cheesed off by how much focus there's been on this inclement weather we seem to be having. And I'm not saying that climate change is real or not. But I'm
Sure.
just like, you know what? Back in the news days, the weather was at the end of the show. It was a relaxing
Pretty
time.
girl.
Yeah, pretty girl.
Gets on.
Just make conversation about it. I don't want weather to be sort of dragged
Something's
down.
stressing me out.
Yeah.
What can we do about it?
How can we give a positive spin to the hurricanes and the fire tornadoes and the fires are happening up north and stuff like? Let's really fucking just take the heat down if it's hot and just kind of give it a nice, let's just go back to our roots of what news should be, which is distraction from the issues. Mm-hmm. That's where I am with this shit. So if I turn on the radio today and they're like, oh, climate control, climate change or whatever, I'm going to be like, fuck you. And I'm going to goosh cannon right there in the car.
Wow, so anger makes you horny.
Yep. Yeah.
I think you know that, Liz.
That was established
Why would I
early
know
with
that?
Diane
Well,
and I.
the first time you two ever saw each other, really interacted, and I'll take our listeners
We've
back
seen each other
who
several
haven't heard
times.
it. But the first time you
Mainly
really
at
had an
school, but this was at
interaction,
home.
you were staying over, Liz, for Thanksgiving, and
Slept on your couch.
slept on the couch.
Yeah.
And one thing about Seth is he hates overnight guests. He hates it.
It just,
I think he
feel
just forgot I was there.
well,
Let's be honest.
no, I knew.
You went to sleep angry,
Yeah.
full erection.
Once I didn't go to sleep with a full erection.
No.
I achieved it because, of
You
course,
achieved it because anger equals
Then
arousal
he
for
fell
you.
asleep.
but also sleep
Angry.
No,
equals
you understand.
erection.
He screams in his sleep through most of the night.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I have night
What?
expressions.
I know that.
Why?
Well, why wouldn't I know that?
How do you know that?
Because I'm often in your house at night.
Yeah, but you just come in to spy on me. You don't go and hang out. What are you doing when I'm
It's
sleeping?
very loud. That's
If I'm in the other room
tiny
screaming and you're in your room crying,
Yeah.
I think
If I find out,
screaming-
I'm going to be
Like
very
cancels
clear
it-
with you
cancels
guys.
it out.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds, if this is some sort of
What?
Wait,
the
what?
proposal where I find
guy
out
from
you two
Deadpool?
are together, but you're not supposed to be,
Talking about Blake Lively's boyfriend?
that's right. Whatever romantic comedy you think you two are starring in, where you sneak in,
my
and
God.
I'm in the
There's no romance to that.
the Harry Potter
Sure.
bedroom, and you
Pure
guys are
energy, sexual energy.
so you guys are hooking up while I'm sleeping.
No.
listen.
No. You don't say a long, drawn out no.
We're
That-
not
'cause that means
we're not
yes.
hooking up when you're sleeping.
Right.
Okay, it should be we're not hooking up.
I'm just
Period.
I'm just responding to the question.
No,
Yeah, I'm
guys,
just
what is
saying-
this? A Senate hearing? Are you hooking up or not?
You know what? When you at a certain age, it's not hooking up, sweetheart. Sometimes just a friend is there for another
For
friend.
what? To do what?
You know what? There's a thing called diddling a buddy.
What?
There's a thing called just get in there and slap it together
Diddling
and
a
then
what?
don't bring it up again. There's a thing called meet me in the alleyway, give me a
No.
quick hammy jammy,
No.
and then we're done.
No.
Yes.
How
Yes.
dare you? Oh my God! What is making me more sick? The idea of you guys jerking each other off in an alley or this fucking song?
Listen,
Turn it off.
sweetheart, I feel like you're at the age now when you can accept
I am gonna throw
that
up!
I'm a sexual creature, that Lisa's a sexual creature, that
Oh my God!
that there's a continuum of expression that can be sincere or disgusting or meaningless or whatever. But just don't worry about other people's business, sweetheart.
Turn the music
You got
off.
it. You got it.
Oh, jeez.
And this.
No.
Where's Wolverine Jackman?
Because that's
His arms are too long.
that's how someone is valued by
too many
you wanting to fuck
crevices.
them, right?
Good point.
Can we
I don't know,
avoid
is
talking
that-
about Les Moonves here? Okay, can we just avoid it because that's the same thing that you're doing to.
I'm the female Les Moonves.
That's what you're doing to Hugh Jackman right here, and right
You're
now.
right.
You said,
You're
"Listen,
right.
I didn't like this movie because you weren't fuckable to me."
And
why is that?
It could have been the stovepipe hat. It could have been a man in spats.
Sure.
Is not my thing.
Well, I don't know, sweetheart. So, what is our value that
You have nougat on your shorts.
I got chocolate nougat stains on my shorts. It'll happen.
You're bad. Okay.
Yeah. Sweetheart, you are so obsessed with everybody else and not with your
I forgot what it's
clean
like
your
to have
own
you
toilet
on this podcast.
before you
It's
vomit in
two-
another one.
You two
okay?
just team up against me. I got it.
It's not at all what's happening.
This is exactly
Team
what used to happen
up
in
against
Three's Company.
yourself.
Everybody was on Janet's case.
Oh man,
You know?
she's
You're
boring.
Janet in this scenario.
No, I'm Chrissy. Everybody wanted to fuck Chrissy. Right? Sexy nurse?
Chrissy
Was she a
the-
nurse?
She was.
that
No.
Suzanne
the
Summers?
second one was a nurse.
Oh yeah.
Chrissy's replacement.
Yeah, who cares?
What did Chrissy do?
Equally fuckable.
Chrissy
She was
just
not equally fuckable.
No, Chrissy
No
was
way.
Everybody wanted to
No
stick it
way.
in Suzanne Summers, is what you're saying?
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
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 Oh yeah. That's
Whoa,
right.
whoa,
That's
whoa,
right. That's
whoa,
right.
whoa.
Oh. Chrissy.
Me.
Oh. You. What's chasing you is a Snickers.
So you guys, let me get this straight.
I'm really sorry that we both just.
You guys are
Very
able
nice.
to orgasm not touching each other. Just the energy of sitting next to each other has brought you both to orgasm in front of me.
Honestly, it was Chrissy. It's Chrissy's fault.
Sweetheart, you don't understand the sexual power of a shared cultural reference that is now outdated.
That's right.
And might force people to do a Google search to even know what
Hey,
we're
you know what
fucking
you should
talking
Google?
about.
This is probably hashtag too soon, but John Ritter, when his ball sack came out of his tiny shorts on the air.
Oh,
On Three's Company?
Yep.
yummy.
He has.
That's a Googleable
he's
thing?
on. Yep. He's on Chrissy's or Janet's bed. I think they shared a room, and he has his legs open, and one of his balls
Bark.
is literally out.
Oh.
They were short shorts. The time
And-
called for
And
the
it
shortest of shorts.
escaped everyone.
Jesus. Oh, yum.
It escaped everyone.
Wow.
So do that Google search.
Okay, I will. Not right now.
All
Not
right.
while we're on
All
a
right.
podcast.
All right. Anyway,
Anything else cheesing anybody?
I think I got it out in Hot
Topics.
Topics.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk about what's cheesing me.
All
okay?
right.
When I go out to the wharf, to the boardwalk, to the pier to do my exercises.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're
When I walk into your yoga class, which is just in a field.
Right.
So what are the rules?
Right.
And I start going through my yoga the way I go through my yoga. Please don't tell me to be quiet. Please don't tell me that I'm being inappropriate or what I'm wearing is inappropriate. This goes right off of what you were talking about with Ritter.
Well,
Sack.
what are you wearing?
Well, I sweat a lot.
Singlet.
Okay.
You're wearing one of those singlets.
A wrestling singlet.
Yep.
Okay. And it's the thong situation in the front and the back.
Right.
And I've got a great body.
Yes,
Okay?
everyone
And that
can-
is
everyone
clear.
knows that.
It's
And I would
solid muscle.
And your knockers are flapping around in the front, right? Because a singlet doesn't have much retention.
No, it's like
just
it's
got
just
those
like
strings.
it's just
Yeah.
like,
Like a thin
Jennifer
string.
Lopez
Right.
in that famous screen dress. It
Yes,
just
on the
goes,
red carpet, but
Right.
instead I'm in your yoga class by the boardwalk.
Do you tape them too? Or you just let it?
Okay,
Don't
okay,
tape
hey,
'em.
hey,
Huh?
hey.
Don't
What?
tape them.
Do it on your own time.
I will say
Are you
this.
talking-
Tape them too.
Sweetheart, that is what you heard. I simply asked a logistical question about how she is wearing her.
tape them down?
Oh,
What
God
kind of
damn it!
tape
But my
do you-
nipples,
Don't you
what people
imply
don't know
tone.
about them is they have like a little tiny hook on the end, okay? So it's like
Why?
I don't know, maybe years of nursing August, but there's like a little
How-
bit of a curve to them. So they
There's
hold on to the fabric. So the
Yeah.
fabric won't slip. So they'll stay right on the fab.
Because they're hard. They're a little bit hard.
A little bit hard, a little bit
crusty.
hard and crusty.
Yeah. So
but that's just,
grab the
dried
fabric.
old lactated
So
stuff.
people are complaining.
Well, yes. Okay.
And you don't think they should.
Stephen Tatum, whose class it is, came up to me afterwards and said, I'm going to need you to either, if you want to take this class, that's fine, but you're not paying. You're not doing the moves we're doing, and you're being incredibly loud.
Well, here's something to know about Stephen Tatum.
Okay.
He currently teaches both yoga and has an extremely successful softcore porn career.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Good on them.
So
I mean, it's the gig economy.
How does that help me in my situation?
I'm just saying, like, he's throwing shade your way about wearing something inappropriate. Maybe he should stop, filming himself rubbing up against people.
No, sweetheart. Again, that's you judging someone for a choice that they're making in their own personal life. This
That's
is,
right.
I mean, her dilemma. I can see him sort of saying, I'm trying to do this class.
Right.
You're kind of stepping into my zone.
That's true.
Maybe if I could get some feedback here, maybe there's a way that you could sort of like partner up with him. Maybe there's some other people in the class who might benefit from sort of the vocalizations that you bring to your yoga.
Yeah, because it changes things. When you make the noise, you
Could I
can't
hear one
release
of the noises that you're making? Like when
Sure.
you go into a downward dog?
Let me just do that right now.
Okay.
I'll get the mic down a little closer.
Oh!
Wow. At the end, it seemed like you were, that almost seems like some of the sound effects from Ice Age.
Yeah.
I
do think, but
Maybe it is. Maybe it's from my voiceover class. Maybe it's leftovers.
Possibly. Give me one more if you would. Could you do the Cobra?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
That would take me out of it.
I like
Right,
that.
Seth?
I like that kind of positive.
Could you?
If you're sort of excited
Would
about
you just
that
do
you're
one
in there.
more for me? Could you do the tree pose?
Sure.
Oh, that's a very serene, quiet one normally.
Oh, you stinker. You silly stinker.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to see their point.
Yeah, I'd
love to support you, but you stinker, you silly
that might be more of a
stinker.
private
That's
practice thing for you to do.
Yeah, maybe call up what's her
It
face,
is a
the star of
relief,
private
though.
practice.
Yeah.
She's available.
Yeah.
Who? Kay Walsh?
Yes, you have Kate Walsh.
I know she's a
Look
fan
up
of yoga because she keeps it tight and
she
right.
keeps it tight. But,
Well,
yeah.
that's my dilemma. So
All right. Well,
Whatever
thank you
that
for
means.
thank you for sharing that.
You be you. The end of the day, you got to be you.
That's right.
So, you know what? What's this guy's name? Sam Champion?
Tom Stanton.
Stephen Tatum.
Stephen Tatum, that's it.
Oh, and if anyone's interested, Google Steve Tatum and the wheelbarrow because he does something called the wheelbarrow.
That's his specialty?
That's his specialty.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, also do Steve Tatum. Right? I think, yeah. So Steve Tatum,
Yeah.
squirrel,
Right.
bucket.
Got it.
That
Yeah,
is a very,
Google those.
a very surprising
Very surprising
result.
ending.
Okay. Oh, let's go to break.
Can you-
Nope, 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 nope.
Oh, hey. Whoa.
Because I live it. Oh, boy.
This is another good one to go to bathroom.
Oh, silly shucks.
This will be one of those podcasts that we had a lot of fun recording, and people say to themselves, what the fuck is this? Unfollow.
Unfollow.
Unfollow, sure.
We'll be right back after this break.
What's up, Wompsters? Marissa Wompler here.
Also, Charlotte Shardog Listler.
Paul F. Tompkins, Lauren Lapkus, and that piece of shit Scott Aukerman started
Hey.
a new podcast together here on Earwolf.
It's called Threedom.
There are no guests,
No complicated premise.
and no characters.
It's just the three hosts trading stories and making fun of each other.
Now, these three people are seriously funny people. And so if you want to hear them make you laugh, then you must tune in because it's a lot of fun.
They do everything from trying to figure out what the show should be called to sharing weird stories from their childhoods.
The first 2 episodes are out free in podcast app now.
There's a new episode of Freedom every Thursday. Check it out. Welcome back to Womp It Up. We're going to dive right into this segment, our special segment called Listeners Love Lockdown. You, the listeners, have written in and asked for our advice. We are untrained professionals. We are just speaking from our hearts, so it's up to you to make the choice and make the change.
That's right. And unfortunately, we have Seth here today, so I want to take all of his advice with a grain of salt, because just remember that his wife is currently living in Orlando with a hairless Puerto Rican named Tony Rodriguez.
And also, don't forget that is your mother, so that's probably how you're going to end up later in life.
I hope.
Oh, really?
She's having the best sex of her life. That's clear.
Yes, and God bless her. It's going to come back to me. You know,
is
she's
he.
going to come back.
So is he.
She's yeah.
All right. So this actually is on topic. So, hey, Marissa and Listler and guests. So
and Seth.
And Seth,
Thank you.
I have an issue. I have been trying desperately for years now to be my #authentic self.
Aren't we all trying, honey?
There have been a lot of things in my life that have torn me down, a lot of things that have allowed me to build myself back up. However, I'm still in the process of building myself up. We always are, right, guys?
Always.
Well, yes.
God's not finished with me yet.
Okay. I have finally found someone who I fondly call my, quote, other half. He is someone who constantly pushes me and lifts me up and has encouraged me to continue building myself up.
Cute.
Here is the rub. We currently live in a town that is incredibly expensive. We are 2 young adults with higher education levels and are looking for work that is affiliated with our educations. We cannot afford to live in this town anymore, so we've decided to look elsewhere. He asked me to move with him. The other day, though, I overheard him talking to his mother and saying that we are going to live apart.
Oh.
That tore me up. I cannot afford to move somewhere else and live on my own.
Wait, do they live together now?
Negative. I thought that by asking me to move up with him,
very strange.
it meant that I would live with him. We're looking at apartments and have searched jobs together. Am I stupid for believing that we would live together? I plan on talking to him, but I'm fearful about it. What if he says, no, we aren't living together? Do I give up? Do I look for other options of living? What do I do? I love this man. We've talked about marriage and kids. I just feel lost. I'm trying to be confident and be my #authentic self, but I've struggled with it for years. I need to know, but I'm terrified to know. Help a girl out, please.
You think she was lying? He was
to
lying
the
to the mom?
That's what I was just...
I think it's a misunderstanding, to be honest.
Could be a rom-com moment. This could turn into something really good, but
don't let it get out of hand.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't be Sandy B. Don't be Sandra Bullock in this, you know?
Don't go camping with them and have to fall in love.
Here's the thing about a romantic comedy. If people were to just say how they felt,
none of it
then
would happen.
none of it would happen.
Yeah.
If people were to say the truth, then we wouldn't have Betty White, you know, mistaking a banana for a dildo or something. Like, I'm pretty sure that happens in the proposal. But, you know, and so what I have learned is that when we tell the truth, then we don't have to apologize and we don't have to feel shame. And this kind of quiet confidence comes in. You think it would cause more anxiety to tell the truth? It actually causes less.
Well, the fear is what might happen, what
That's
you
right.
might lose,
That's
right? But what you're losing by not speaking the truth is within yourself, and that's the worst, right?
And the other thing is, if the fear of what could happen is there, it's going to happen one way or the other. Like, whatever happens is going to happen. You being fearful about it's not going to change it. You just got to be
So
truthful.
I think you got to go.
Be truthful. Sit in your truth.
I think you got to say, hey.
Put your truth diaper on.
See what I mean? You always take it a step too
Did
far.
I ruin it? I was.
You were doing so
Well,
well.
I have
I
to say
actually
this
was looking at you
too.
like, are you a different
Pretty good.
person?
Yeah.
When I have been honest with people that I love, and there have been lots of times in my life that I have not been honest, but when I've been honest, especially in sexual matters, like with Seth, and I have said, I've just stood opposite of him and said, this is me, you know, just like they do in The Greatest Showman. And I say, this is who I am. And people have said over and over again, you're not enough. Your scars are not welcome here. But those scars are what make me who I am. And there's nothing fucking sexier than a woman saying, this is me. I have a beard. And
God, please stop bringing it back to that movie.
She's got a beard, or I've got hook nips, like I found out with you that one time.
Yes.
I was like, I love a hook nip. You know,
They hooked you. They hooked you.
Yeah, they got a call on my terry cloth shirt I was wearing, and it got.
I think my vibe, because I don't think we feel these true connections with people in which it's not true.
Yeah.
And what I'm hearing is that this partner makes you a better person. That means this person has good character, you know, and so I will be shocked if
and
it isn't a misunderstanding. Or he says to you, oh God, you know, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to assume, you know what I mean, that you wanted to do it. I would love to do it. You know, let's get real. Let's do it right now. Let's not waste another minute.
Yeah.
Talk to him. And let us know how it goes. I have a feeling it'll go good. Okay. The next one. Hey, you wonderful ladies and Seth. I just recently graduated college with a BFA in acting. I'm planning on moving to New York to pursue my dreams of being a comedian. However, right now, I'm living at home and working a lot, just trying to save enough money for the big move. I really am not happy where I am at the moment.
I hear that.
I know that I'm actively working towards my goals, and I've found a really great group of ladies that I do improv with now, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm wasting time. I keep trying to remind myself to live in the present because tomorrow is not guaranteed, but I just feel so unhappy here. Any advice or words of encouragement would be more than appreciated.
Why are we staying home? To save money?
Yeah, she's saving money so she can afford to move to New York.
Well, listen, she doesn't have the money. She doesn't have the money.
That's it. You're not wasting time.
And I think going into debt at an early age is not the greatest thing you can do.
Right.
Because you're going to be paying that shit off forever. At the same time, as artists, we need to sacrifice. We know of somebody who had 10 credit cards under different names. Do you remember that person? And they had to keep just sort of shuffling around.
From Marina Del Rey, right?
That's right. Candace B. Happening, she's got a couple different, like you don't know what her real name is, but she's got a Diners Club card she still uses. So there is some amount of, listen, it's never going to be enough money. You know, if you think you're going to have a year's worth of New York saved, like you're not. It's so you're going to figure it out when you get there.
Or you could sell your car or something. You won't need a car, and then you'd have like a little nest egg, and you got 3 months that you got to find a job in.
I think 3 months of expenses is all you need, is what I would say.
At this point, because you're so young. You're just fresh out of college, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you've got 3 months of expenses, let's pull it.
What's that?
I would just make sure you got 3 months of expenses, but, you know, hit the ground running, too, when you get there. Like, try to find...
Yeah, don't waste any time there. But I understand. I remember when I was in training, because I went through several different training programs, CIA, FBI, and I was in the armed services to train, and I was like so hungry to fucking, you know.
Yeah, you get frustrated and impatient.
Right? But you have to go through that. You have to prepare. And so then when you get where you're going, you're ready. You're so fucking grateful
I tried to short sheet my podiatry, education.
Yeah, look what happened.
Well, to be honest, I did. I kind of
ended up cutting a tendon.
Yeah,
in a routine corn operation, and you lost your license.
I kind of lost interest from when it got from the ankle down. I was like, well, the other stuff. But so, hindsight's 50-50. But what I'm saying here is that you just gotta put in the time that is needed, and don't worry about like if it because the timeline is what it is. It's not, you don't control it. It just is, the universe is controlling.
And also, you show up not prepared, and you might as well wait. You're gonna waste 6 months, or you're gonna end up going home.
Yeah, you're gonna end up all stressed out.
Yeah, maybe there's some self-esteem building that's happening in your good group of ladies right now. You know, maybe you're finding out what your comedic voice is, or seeing, the good and bad of that.
Also, I'm wondering, while you're home, what can you be doing? Because I always say when I'm feeling anxious, what can I do right now to improve my present situation? I.e., can you work on your resume? Can you find out where you're going to get your headshots
Work
taken.
on some characters.
Can you work on some characters?
Sure.
Like, can you read a book? Can you pick up truth
watch
and comedy?
a Gilda Radner special?
Exactly. Like, there's always something we can do. And when we take action, that's when that anxiety gets lessened.
That feels good, right, guys?
Feels really good.
Oh,
But
that
you,
feels
to
good.
be fair, all you do is drink slushies, sweetheart. When that's your choice of action, don't do that. Don't just go right to
No,
the
don't
slush.
do that.
I mean, it's not great.
No, you don't want to drink a slushie and cry at the same time.
No.
That's something I've tried. It doesn't work. But sometimes you have to try things and go, okay, that didn't work.
But if money's tight, you can Snickers. You buy like 3 jumbo Snickers.
Here's another one.
Thank you. And you can eat those like throughout the day, and that's going to help your sort of finances in a big way.
All right. Good
All
luck.
right, we're going to dive into Spotlight on, okay?
Oh, this is unexpected. Do I have to do Spotlight on my own stepfather?
It's your
It's been on like 4 million
great.
times.
Yeah, well,
too, yeah.
there's a lot of nuance to me. So let's find out what new sort of like secret room we found out about me, huh?
You're a person
Yeah, here we go.
who we know jerks off to a picture of yourself in a bathing suit.
Okay.
Okay? Do you remember
Yep.
when I found that happening?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So when we are, is this fucking The Greatest Showman? I swear to God, I didn't know. This seemed
course
like
it-
a Celine Dion song.
This
You
album.
better find something
Lot of
else
stuff.
to put on, bitch,
Why?
because I'm
I
not
don't know.
continuing the interview.
only have a couple
it's
minutes
doing great.
left.
It's
Thanks.
I like it.
It's
Okay.
a great song. You know
What
that
is
the
it? No,
actress,
I'm gonna use
the
it.
actress in the movie is not the one singing. The one singing was on season 3 of The Voice, and she's got the fucking voice of an angel. I've never heard anything like this. Okay,
Thanks, pop-up video.
I listened to this while
thanks,
I'm
pop-up
falling
video.
asleep. Nobody
Thanks,
knows that
pop-up
reference
video.
from the late 80s when
Thanks,
you weren't
pop-up
even
video.
fucking alive.
Seth,
Yeah, right here.
this is actually, I'm going to make a tie-in to this horrible movie, and that is when you are disappearing into porn,
Yeah. Okay.
having sex essentially with yourself, 2 images of yourself. What is it that you're afraid to show the world? What bearded lady do you have inside of you that is making it hard for you to make a real connection with another human being?
So let me go back. The purpose of the spotlight on is to corner someone and then
No.
ask them uncomfortable questions.
No, it's to get you to look
kinda-
at some things about yourself.
to put someone on the spot in the spotlight and expose them. Is that what this
No,
is?
it's to
That's
get,
what it
that's
feels
your
like.
take on it. It's to say, let's dive deeper and find out what makes Seth Wompler tick.
I mean, what makes me tick is like the photo of me in the bathing suit was the lighting was great, the angle was great. I have low self-esteem, so this is one of the greatest times I've looked good. And so each time that I jerk off to that picture, it's a celebration of myself. I don't see it. I'm not taking anyone else out. There will be times that Diane would be there watching me jerk off to a picture of myself as part of our erotic role playing, where she was a librarian who's recently fired, and then she comes in my house to sort of, I'm going to hire her.
This is a lot of backstory.
It's a lot. There was a lot of things to sustain.
Wait, are
in our
those the
sex life.
resumes I found of Diane's that had like Dewey Decimal System
Dewey
as their
Decimal
special
System,
skills?
yeah, shelf installation.
Yeah, installation.
Yep, bookbinding, like all that stuff. That all played into it. Okay,
And
so
here I am judging. That's interesting.
you're judging.
I'm
it.
judging.
So, sweetheart, again, I feel like the through line here is you take things on a just an immediate surface level read, and you don't go deeper and take the consideration of the other person into account. Okay.
That's an aha moment.
So the fact that Listener and I are occasionally hooking up in random parts of town in dirty alleyways just to kind of feed whatever, part of our brain that needs that.
Did you steal my clothes?
Me?
Ew! Why are you guys smiling?
Maybe.
That
Maybe.
Why is that cute to you?
Let me hold on a second. Do you think you can find your clothes? If you look around town,
Oh my God!
you think you can find?
This is as gross as watching Glenn Close naked in the shower scene from The Big Chill. This is fucking disgusting what I'm watching right now.
Tap out.
Tap out.
You ever found this clothes?
Ew, I'm wrapping it up.
Tap it.
You've been listening to Womp It Up.
Tap it.
This is Spotlight on.
You better wash your
Damn
clothes.
it. Damn it. Why do you hate me so much?
This is one of the most therapeutic radio shows I've ever been on. I really...
Woo! A reverse trigger warning for
Really?
anybody who doesn't like to hear disgusting old people talk about jerking off in alleyways.
You know what?
Bearded women. Hugh Jackman's old lined face. Michelle Williams looking as fresh as a daisy.
Stephen Channing, a bucket and a squirrel.
If you get triggered by any of those things, I don't want you to go back and listen to this. Okay? Womp it up.
Hey, this is Arnie from the comedy podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern, a chat show I host from the magical land of Foon with my co-hosts
Usador, the Blue Wizard.
And Chunt, the shapeshifter.
Most weeks we interview adventurers,
Wedding planners.
Ambulatory trees.
but this week we have a special episode.
I am so excited to learn about the Earth lore contained in Pride and Prejudice.
We're going to do a book club of Pride and Prejudice.
And you said this is a well-loved book on Earth, right?
Yeah, it's one of those books that people love or were forced to read, or more likely it's one of those I'm gonna get to it.
And some of our most beloved guests are returning to read the book with us and enjoy some drinks and food over book club.
We have Flower, we have Crom the Barbarian.
And Germ.
You know who they are.
Maybe you don't give a crap about what an academic thinks about Jane Austen, but don't you want to know what a wizard and a badger think about it?
Not enough spells.
Not enough grubs.
Not enough sword fights.
Whether you love Pride and Prejudice or have no interest in reading it and just want to listen to a book club go really off the rails, you'll enjoy this week's Hello from the Magic Tavern.
We shall defeat this book.